Hi guys, um, this is going to be a part one video of how I lay down a base. It's already done, I've hidden the decals, but I'll sort of go through it with you. It's for the Porsche. It's going to be the same base I've used for a few cars now that you'll probably recognise. Just a few little pointers I want to show first. Crucial tips that everyone needs to know before you even attempt to start a livery. First one is when you push down on the right stick, like press it in, it shows you, so it's on the body at the moment, it shows you where you can place a decal. Okay, that's where you can place any decal. Body 2, on this one it's just these parts here at the front, which is not much. Usually on cars, body 2 will be the bonnet or the hood there. Mirrors, obviously, that's all you can do. Rear wing, windows, windshield banner, and other, which is all these little pieces. So anything that's blue when you're pushing on the right stick, that's where you can put the decals. Okay. Another thing, crucial thing that a few people have heard me say it a heap of times, I'd say. I'll just show you an example. Now, if you want to cover the whole car in a sheet, just push on the right stick. It'll only go to there once you push all the way up. Okay, but you'll see these patches here, it hasn't filled in. Okay, so what we do, if you want to cover the whole car, you can just go across the limit depth. It'll take it all the way across like that, but it's not going to cover it all in because the limit angle isn't done. Now the limit angle, you see around the door handles, things like that, all around there, the vent intake, air intake, these pieces all around the hood, plus the big patches here, that's not filled in because the limit angle isn't done. So you've got to fill in the limit angle and you'll see it all, tuck it all in, okay? I call it tucking it in. Around the door handle, all done. So the whole car's done now. Yeah, so they're just the first things I wanted to show you, just that you need to know when you're laying down. You don't need to do it on all the decals, like say you were just putting one here, just there, right? You don't need to obviously do the limit angle because it's not filling in any gaps. So yeah, so you want it on 0. That's the default. Limit depth, that will push it, some of it over to the other side, but you don't really do that. Not like when you're doing something this simple. So leave that 0 when it comes out, but just get into the habit of so the door handle again, get into the habit of just doing the limit angle and it fills it in. Okay, right, now this is where I'm going to start doing the base. Now these are already on the car, it's already hidden. We'll go down here. Well, first I'll show you what we do. We're going to be using these shapes today. For these, so that one, the circle, them ones, these ones here, you'll see them why I use them. These ones, that one, these ones here for going around corners. That one there's for going around curves. Yeah, so we're using the shapes that come with the game that Polyphony put in there. I've got other shapes in my favourites, like these ones. So you might, start off with a shape like that, stretch it out, L1, right stick, You know, do different angles, whatever you want to do. Yeah, so we'll try and get the first piece. I'll do it in order as much as I can, how I started out. What we got here? Okay. Now that's the first one I've done. So I lay it down there, and I've got the line right, how I wanted it, and that's the other side. Okay. Sometimes I'll just do one side first and then transfer them over to the other side. But I'll just show you. This is how I did it. Down there, that's the other side. So this is a lot of patchwork. This is what takes hours and hours to do. Right now I'm trying to get these little corners here to round them off like that. But because it's got a little bit of, like it's out of shape there, it's not quite circular. That's the other side. I've duplicated it and just turned it a little bit, and see it's made it more round. Right, now we're going on the hood. Show that layer. That's what I've done there. I wasn't worried about here because I'm going to cover all this anyway. Yeah, and that just curved around that edge. So get that right. Hold down L1. Pull left or right. Click on that. Pull left or L1. Pull left or right with the stick, and it stretches it out, or up and down, or forward and back with the stick. You know, that's how you play around with it to get a certain edge. Do the other side. Then I came in from the front at the top, like this angle, to put this one on. Across to there. We'll fill in these little bits soon. We'll come across them pieces, them corners. Where are we going here? Yep. I came in from this angle with just a straight sheet. When you come in from this angle, it follows the contours of the body. Alright, if I was to come in from the top, I'd have to make sure I used a curved piece to fix, so you go about it whichever way you want to go along there. You get a curved piece, but it's easier when you got the straight piece, I feel. Done the other side. Again. Right, this little piece here, that's in here. That just went in there. So I'll hide it. Oh, hang on. Hide. Okay, see that? Now, a straight piece didn't quite work for me there. So I just used one of the round pieces and it filled it in. Okay, had a little bit of a round edge to it. Excuse me. Yeah, so now I'm starting to patch it all in. I know I've got to fill all this in. So I just patch it all in. Just take your time with it. But with each sheet, or the first sheet, I do that limit angle. Remember, so it tucks it all in. I'll do that first. And you don't have to do it with every sheet, because once you repeat it to the other side, it's already done. Yeah, I wanted to keep that sort of a round angle again here. A round edge, so I just use this shape, filled that in. Then just a quick round piece here to fill that in. Alright, so that's that bit done. Then I wanted to have a little bit of a shape at the front coming down here like this. So I use that same piece. Came in there. That's just a little patch. Then across here, fill that in. So this is what takes the most time doing liveries for me. Sometimes I don't even do a base, you don't need to. But most of the time I like to. It's sort of your own design. Oh yeah, now we're doing the edges here, see? I've done that one. It's just filling in around that edge. Alright, this is the top bit. So I've just done that piece. Right. So it's just a circle. I just wanted to go along in line with that. But couldn't get it perfect with just one circle. See, so I just left it like that. And then duplicated it and just moved it. Okay, so I'll just move that way. Just to fill in that gap like that. And that's how I did that. Other side. Yeah, to just clean this edge up, take it all the way to the end. So I did another circle. Oh, those are just patches around here. This was all white in here. These bits here actually covered it up mostly. That was white. I didn't want to see that. That was part of the body still. So that's what these are patches here going in. Alright, now we don't need that yet. We'll go down here. Get down to here. Oh no. Show layer. Here. Another shape. I've got to move that one to the other side. Accidentally just deleted that one, so I've got to go to the other side with that. Show layer on the bottom. And there. And I went along here with that same shape. Come in from this angle. Followed the seam. So hide. You can see I followed that seam and I'll come along here. I just wanted to keep that line going along there. Show layer. Both sides done. Now we're going into the red part. Now to get them on there, what I'm doing is I'm pressing triangle here and then moving down to add layer below. Okay, so that's how all the red came about. I went below everything that was on there. All right, you can start off by going all the way down to the page, then press triangle and just, go below. Okay, another red piece. You see I'll fix that in a minute because it's too fat and it's not coming all the way up. It's not meeting in here properly how I want it to be, so I'll fix that in a sec. See, all coming around underneath. I could play around with this a bit and try and get it to the edge, just a touch. Yeah, I'll do that. So I'll delete that other side and I'll fix that up. Got a little bit of red coming through there. We'll fix that up in a sec. See which piece that is actually. So that's that piece. So we can pull that back a bit. There. That's it. Just got rid of that. So it's just moving it. That's perfect. So that's the other side. There you go. So I'm making a few touch-ups as I go along. What else we got? Alright, these are just straight line pieces I was using. Didn't matter. So just wanted, because they came in from this angle, so there didn't need to be any fancy shapes. So it's just filling that in. Just along the back here, straighten it up. I'll fix this up in a sec. It comes up here. It's along the bottom. The sponsors. I'm going to post this base so then you can play around with it. This is just a part 1 video. In the part 2 I'll show you what you can do with it. All different things you can play around with. That's just to clean up the edge here. Make it, give it a bit of a curve, bit of a flow. Alright, we've got the stripe down the middle. We've got the red dots beside it. And you can make them L1 and right stick. You can make them as big as you want. Do what you got to do. Forward and back with the stick. Left and right with the stick. Right stick. Yeah, so I'll just press circle, abandon that. And it's back to normal, how I wanted it. This is just a patch bit at the back I had for another design. These lines here, just look up lines. Like, I've got my favourites. I've got lines here. Yeah, I've got all these shapes in here that I can use. All different lines and things like that I use a lot of the time. I think the one on the front's this one, or no, it might be this one I think, but either one. Yeah, we'll go down and find that. Well, here it is. I use them on the front just to give it a little bit more styling. OPD on the hoods, I'm going to whack all them on now. GT3, do all this stuff from the top. This is on the side. PlayStation's on the top. Porsche on the top. OPD. That's just in the front little bit there. Special. That's the Porsche here. That's a special edition I put on there on the front. OPD, that's in there, see, on the mesh. Disappears, comes back. This is how I cleaned up the ends here. Show layer. Yeah, that's on this side. See how, of course this was too thick. I'll put a little bit of little shape in there, but make sure it had the rounded edge so it could follow it, sort of thing. Done that both sides. Right, this is the number plate. You just don't have to have this, you can delete it all. I'll just put this on here. I had the digital one on there, but not all of you are going to like digital numbers, but yeah, I'll come out with this shape. It looks pretty cool. So at the top. Alright, so the reason why I've done that shape is, you know, you might want to put, say, numbers, whatever, 5. Should come in from the right angle. And you put a number there, whatever number you want. If you want to twist it, L1, left stick, just to get the right angle. So it matches this angle here. Then say you put it over to the other side, see the angle's out. So you can just go L1, left stick, and bring it back that way. Square it up, give it the right sort of gaps between them. And that's how you do that. And these pieces here, anything in there you want to put, like say snap on, anything you want in there, your wheel brand or your name or initials or whatever thing. Yeah, so that's that. You can always delete that anyway. And yeah, that's everything done with the base. We've got body 2, which is only that bit, that's painted. Now you can go over them with the sheet if you want. You want to do them a certain colour. This is one of the special colours you get. You want to change the colour, whatever. Keep it that same red. I just left it a metallic red. So if you go to paint, body, got body 2, which is that bit at the front, side mirrors, rear wing, and other, which is that piece at the back. That's all a special paint, like a car paint. But you can do what you want. You can cover that in a decal, do what you want. Because this is just black and red to start with, so yeah, you can change the colours as you go. Right, so that's all done. So we'll go body 2's done. Side mirrors. Alright, I've got sheets here that I've done. Alright, so this gives it a stripe. Rear wing. Same thing, I lay down a sheet first like that. Then I make sure, again, angle. If you don't do the limit angle, so it disappears. But limit angle, full to 10, we'll tuck it right under. Okay? Then I just duplicate that. I don't want to delete it, I want to show it. Duplicate that, gives me that little bit of a stripe. This is on the side. Now remember on the sides here, if you don't do the limit angle, reduce it, it'll bleed through onto there. So when you go to put that sheet on there first, it's going to be like that, or on 0, it'll be like that. So you just got to delete it like that. Okay, so it's just 2. Swap that to the other side. What else we got? Show the layer. Yep, that same piece. I just duplicated it and turned it black and then moved it down, so it gave me the white stripe. Gave me the white stripe. Porsche along the top. DT3 along the sides. Again, that will bleed through. When you put it on first, it will bleed through. It'll be on 0. See, it comes through like that. You don't want that. So, yeah, that's how you fix that. Windows. I did see on the actual car, but we didn't get it in the game. There's a piece going along here, right? Follows with this piece. Now, if you decide to have this piece, which is other, right? If you decide to have that, say you wanted it red, right? It just stops there. Okay, so what I did was go back to the window. I added these round pieces, so I'll show them. See there, and you can do them whatever colour you want, and it sort of it. Yeah, just keeps that line going. I'll paint them black at the moment because that bit's black. I like to cover all the windows. You don't have to. It's just the way I do it, because you've seen how I do windows and that. I add a lot of stuff to them. Windshield banner, add what you want to that. You want to put a name down or whatever. Other, that's all the other. Right, so we're going to go down here. So add this piece on here, these lines again. That's the base bit along here. See, other. That's the other side of the mirror, because that's other two. You can have that just black or whatever. You have black, red. I'd probably normally go black, but I'll leave it white. I'll let you guys work that out if you want to play around with it. So these are little, these are to cover up these clips, just little patches. Alright, so I did paint that. I had that white. Okay, so I'll go back to the window in a minute. So I'm adding stripes now on these things. That's just covering up these fins here, making them black because they're all part of the other. Shading. Oh, that was on the windows. Oh, that's under here. Yep. Added a little bit of shading on there. In part two, I'm going to do more, excuse me, more work on the shading. Show you how to do that. There's some patches. Yeah, over these little bonnet clips. That's the wing. It's just along the edge. Give it an edge. Probably, I think I'll probably do that red. Cover these vents. You can have them red, white, whatever you want. That was more shading along here. Just see how it covers that red up a little bit. Just gives it a little bit more depth. Porsche along the bottom. Oh yeah, we're going on the front spoiler. A little bit of red on the ends. Circle. I came in from the top to do them with that circle. If you do it from the side, that gets all over here. So if you come in from the top, it allows you to get directly on that part. Snap on. And yeah, there we go. All done. Yep, nothing else hidden. Just save this. Video 1. Close that. Yeah guys, so there it is. That's roughly how the base comes together. It takes a long time. This probably took around about 3.5 to 4 hours to do. A little bit of trial and error. And you mightn't get it right the first time. You'll go back and you think, oh yeah, I might do something different, like I did on a few little things here. But yeah, that's. I want you to try that if you can. If you're feeling keen, if you've got an idea in your head, even just sketch it out on a bit of paper. You know, roughly what you might want. Follow some lines of the cars. Always work out, if you can from the start, what sort of font you're going to have on the side and what angle you want it on. So then you might want to, that could determine which angle you want to run the lines that you're doing the base with. So yeah, just play around with it guys, and I'll do part 2. We'll do some shading, some wraps, some patterns, and we can make the car look completely different. And yeah, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. See ya.